Somewhere between 1993 and 1995, a stack of cardboard circles becomes serious enough to start arguments, trades, and school bans. You feel the waxy edge against your thumb, hear a metal slammer clap on a cafeteria table, and suddenly, recess has a market. Act 1. Setup. Before the internet gives kids prices in real time, value spreads by rumor, TV ads, and whoever controls the lunch table. Nickelodeon is loud. Snick is on Saturday night. And shopping malls still act like public squares for suburban America. In classrooms, teachers are fighting over attention spans already chopped up by trading cards, handheld games, and whatever gets smuggled in a backpack. Parents know the names of Beanie Babies and Nintendo cartridges. They do not yet know that milk caps are next. Pogs solve a problem adults barely notice. Kids need portable status. They need something cheap enough to start with, visible enough to show off, and simple enough to turn a blank patch of asphalt into a contest with spectators. A Pog stack does all of that at once. It fits in a pocket. It can be counted in seconds. It has artwork that signals taste, allegiance, and luck. Hold on to that detail. The pictures matter almost as much as the game. Act 2. Rise. The origin point is older than the craze. In Hawaii, children have long played milk caps, a game using cardboard caps from milk bottles. In the 1920s and 1930s, dairy bottle caps are common playthings. The modern name comes later. The word Pog comes from Pog, a blend of passion fruit, orange, and guava juice sold by Halakala Dairy on Maui. In the early 1990s, a school teacher named Blossom Galbiso revives the old milk cap game with her students at Waialua Elementary on Oahu. Then a Canadian businessman spots a brand, not just a pastime. In 1993, Richard Looney trademarks Pogs in Canada through the World Pog Federation. That move turns a local game into licensed merchandise. Cardboard now has corporate paperwork behind it. By 1994, the spread is quick and messy. Toy stores stock tubes of caps. Convenience stores hang them near candy. Kids buy slammers made from plastic, rubber, and metal. The heavier ones land with a satisfying crack that sounds louder than the stakes should allow. The peak hits in 1994 and 1995. The World Pog Federation pushes official sets, tournaments, and tie-ins. You can buy Looney Tunes Pogs, Power Rangers Pogs, even branded caps tied to snack foods and soft drinks. Every license holder wants a slice. McDonald's goes all in. In the fall of 1995, U.S. Happy Meals include Pogs and Slammers tied to a sweeping promotion. Millions of children meet the fad through fries, a paper bag, and a bright plastic disc tucked beside the nuggets. At retail, the numbers get slippery because the products are cheap and sold everywhere. But analysts at the time estimate hundreds of millions of Pogs move through the market. Some reports push the count past 350 million in a single year. Recess now has inventory. Act 3. Fall and twist. The game is sold as harmless, but many school administrators see something else. In one rule set, you keep the caps you flip. That turns play into gambling in miniature, with fourth graders wagering stacks under fluorescent lights. Schools across the United States and Canada begin banning Pogs by 1995. Principals cite distraction, arguments, theft, and fights. Newspapers from California to Ontario run local stories about confiscated slammers piled in drawers like contraband from the smallest casino on earth. That ban wave matters because Pogs depend on physical congregation. They need recess, lunch, bus loops, and sidewalks. Once schools shut down the main trading floor, the market loses its exchange. A fad built on face-to-face hype suddenly has fewer faces. There is another twist. Many adults assume Pogs are a weirdly modern toy, but the engine underneath is old. Scarcity, design, and rumor always drive collecting. Baseball cards did it. Comic books did it. Pogs just compress the whole cycle into months. Manufacturers help speed the collapse. Too many sets flood stores. Rare stops meaning much when every brand prints holograms, metallic foils, glow effects, and licensed characters by the millions. A kid's binder turns from treasure chest to paper traffic jam. The slammer arms race makes it stranger. House rules differ by playground. Some allow heavy metal slammers, some ban them. Some limit thickness. Kids debate fairness with the seriousness of commodities traders, except the commodity is a skull graphic on cardboard. By 1996, plenty of children still own stacks, but the national fever is already cooling. New obsessions crowd in. Pokémon arrives in the United States in 1998. Trading card logic survives. Pogs do not keep the center of the stage, now the afterlife. At flea markets, you find them in zip bags for a few dollars, mixed with marbles and broken action figure parts. On eBay, individual wreck pieces can still sell, especially sealed World Pog Federation sets or unusual licensed slammers. Collectors know the details casual memory misses: a real Craze-era tube, the right copyright year, a scarce promotional cap, an unopened McDonald's pack. Small differences matter. Condition matters too. Bent edges and thumbwear tell you the piece actually saw recess. Museums and journalists occasionally bring Pogs back as a joke about the 1990s, but that misses the sharper truth. For a brief window, kids build markets from almost nothing. They create liquidity, ranking systems, counterfeits, and neighborhood law. Listen to the sound attached to that memory. The dry scatter of caps on laminate, the flat smack of a slammer, the zipper of a nylon pencil case opening like a cash drawer. Pre-internet culture often runs on touch before it runs on data. That is why Pogs still matter. They reveal how children assign value when adults are not solely in control. Artwork, scarcity, rumor, bravado, local rules. A whole economy appears on Blacktop and disappears before anyone writes down the exchange rate. The odd little aha is this: one of the most chaotic playground crazes of the 1990s begins with old milk bottle caps in Hawaii, gets named after a juice blend, and ends because schools recognize the market faster than the toy industry does. All right, file the slammer, the stack, and the ban notice together. They belong in the same folder. Lock that memory in the vault, and I'll see you in the next case. What year did you first see this? Drop the year.